What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to your home for everything local sports. It's JJ, and this video is brought to you by the fine folks down at Naples Rib Company, and all of our Wilson Athletics coverage is sponsored by alum Joel Bitonio. Bruins got a brand new bag coming into the 2023 season after a couple disappointing campaigns. Wilson football has gone 5-14 in the last two seasons under head coach Scott Meyer, but he's got some different coaches, different schemes, and a fresh approach this season. Top of that list, Wilson is platooning, so most players are concentrating on one side of the ball, only a few of them going both ways, so it's more focused on the top jobs, implementing new stuff, staying healthy, and it could pay off late in the season. It's also made for some much better competition at practice because it's best versus best most of the time. Meyer is running the defense again and also wants to switch things up there so that they can be better late in games. They lost a couple of close league ones last year. The defensive line is going to be led by senior Curtis Witten, 3-year starter, who's gotten better by concentrating just on being the nose guard, and he arrives violently, made a few big plays in big games last year. Harper, Garcia, and Caro are going to join him, where on the front seven, this Wilson defense needs to create more turnovers and havoc in the backfield. The youngest unit is the linebacking core behind that defensive line, where Alfredo Rosales, Caden Draper, and Luis Castro are looking like the probable starters there. There's a lot of experience elsewhere, though, especially in the defensive secondary. Seniors Hudson Diebel and Cruz Haven are at safety. Azan Tabari and Andrew Bond are some cornerbacks who will be two of very few players to play both sides of the ball. We'll likely actually see two quarterbacks, senior Ian Bond, sophomore Matt Cooper. Bond is the returning starter who can really run. He's also a very quality soccer player with a big frame. He also has some good targets coming back. And don't hate him if his personal favorite is his brother, Andrew Bond. They are also wicked smart in the classroom and headed to some impressive higher learning education facilities. Cooper is also a baseball player, and he comes in with a strong arm. Meyer said he showed some good poise in practice, and with him at quarterback, it allows that big frame that I mentioned of Bond to play some wingback and create some space on the pitch, if you will. Wilson's offensive line is a strong point with returning starters Hunter Houston, Isaac Cazares, Adrian Medrano, and Christian Caesar. Coach Jim Houston moving from offensive coordinator to offensive line coach for his son's senior year, and Hunter Houston is going to be the leader there. And since he's been on this line for so long, he's got multiple positions he can play based on need. He's also said the last 3 years on varsity with these other seniors has helped them create a real strong bond because they've been the barometer for this Wilson team. Behind that line will be Christian Chapman trying to run towards history. He needs another 1,000+ yard season, and he could leave Wilson as the all-time leading rusher. I mean, guys, that is a lot of history at Wilson to believe in a mark like that. He scored 10 touchdowns last year, going outside with his speed, going inside, being part of the passing game. The kid is fearless. Scored some big TDs in some big games. Joining C-Squared as a difference maker for this Wilson offense is Maxwell Barbie. The wide receiver transfer from Long Beach Poly had to sit out the first half of last season, but when he came in, he was an immediate game changer. The kid is absolutely smooth with it. I don't know how else to say it. And also, he's just got great ball skills with it in the air. He can really go up and get it, and he's going to be really great for Bond, as will his brother Andrew Bond and Azan Tabari, who are both returners. Sophomore Thomas Jones and some others are battling for that slot spot. Odd schedule for Wilson this year. There's no 0-week game, so the first game isn't until August 25th against Redondo Union. The home opener is September 8th against California High. Thanks to all of our sponsors, and make sure you stick with the 562.org for all of your local football coverage.